Hello, welcome to stream.
Hello again, and we are back again for Fallout Equestria Distant Lands. Unfortunately, last week there was no stream because severe weather knocked out my power, and at least I had enough charge to spare my phone to be part of the campaign. So we have a bit to catch people up on.
Yes.
Now you
Not
can
it.
now you can give the recap because now we're live.
But we've already given the recap, so there's no point in repeating ourselves.
The
For-
audience
Okay.
never heard it.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like their problem.
Agreed.
Oh, I hate and love you all.
Anyways, before we get on to that, let's finish distributing that loot that we finally just got. You said you were taking one of the 10mm pistols?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out which
So,
shotgun.
Though if no one wants the other pistol, I could take it. I just realized, I can dual wield. So.
Well, how about this? Give me a few minutes, and I can combine them into one, and give you two Mark II 10mm two Mark II 10mm pistols.
Sure.
They'd each do an additional 2 damage.
Wouldn't that make them a Mark
Two,
1,
10
or are you
millimeter.
doing it different?
I consider a vanilla weapon, unmodified, a Mark 1. When I combine them, I call it Mark 2.
Okay, that's fair.
So
I usually call the base tier 0, but your way makes sense too.
So yeah, you can put 2 Mark II 10mm pistols in your inventory, and I'll remove the one from mine. I'll take those tire irons because they're the most deadly weapon in the game.
Oh yeah, Tater Tot, how hard is it to add wings to heavy armor? Or make it so wings can have heavy armor? Whatever you
My
wanna
skill
call
is
it.
high enough to do that.
What does it cost?
It actually just takes time at a workbench. Make the modification.
Cool, cause like I totally got me some I'd have to look it up on my sheet. I'm getting hot chocolate, so I'm not right there. But I got like DT 28 armor, so like it'd probably be a good thing for me to equip that. Especially
Modifying
since
it for an alicorn does lower its DT value.
Why? I'm not large frame or anything.
I know, but it specifically calls out alicorns and hellhounds.
I think they're specifically referring to dipped alicorns, not natborn.
Yeah, because
It might
dipped
be the one.
start at 0.5 size, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it wouldn't apply to me. I'm normal size.
Alright.
The reason why it doesn't cover as much for dipped and hellhounds is that you have to. There's not enough material to cover the entire actual body and stuff.
I'm seeing if I can find the rules on it again.
Okay.
See if it's specified between them. Oh wait, those rules were in the Wasteland Survival Guide, not Lock Safe.
I mean, if not, I suppose I could always just ask the Q&A group. Ooh, rain. Rain and make the air outside cooler for tomorrow so I don't die.
It's also going to be more humid tomorrow then.
I don't care. If it's like 8 degrees cooler, that's still several degrees cooler. And the AC will be able to do a much better job.
So the rules, which are on page 203 of the Wasteland Survival Guide, race notes, halfway down, alicorns and hellhounds, especially hellhounds, are significantly different in stature to regular ponies and have many special rules of their own. Alicorns and hellhounds need pony barding to be heavily modified so they can wear it to mechanics of 50, which I have. In addition, they only get half the normal DT from worn armor and ignore any effect set movement penalties for medium and heavy. So all alicorns, not just dipped. And I think that's mostly because they get all these special snowflake powers.
I remember
It also
being
makes
because
sense.
of those.
I remember it's also probably the thing that you have wings as well, and that's just annoying. That's
so to
like
change
a
those,
small thing.
it's pretty clearly, dipped and hellhounds for the big and unnatural sizes. You
Mhm.
can ask in the Q&A. But
Yeah, do ask
was-
in the Q&A because Wasteland Survival Guide is full of little
What
typos.
page is that again, please?
Page 203 of the Wasteland Survival Guide.
Yep. I still argue that the description sounds like dipped alicorns and hellhounds, since those are the ones that are the much bigger size.
Though you could get an earth pony with large frame up to the similar size as alicorns and not have the armor penalty.
It all could also just be bad writing on the part of Vidtree.
And that is also viable.
Yeah, it's an old thing that hasn't really been clarified since the 6 or 7 years ago when it was written.
That's how old this is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Detry's been
yeah, this is decently old, but I didn't know that it was that old. Oh,
yeah, a lot of stuff is just carried over from the original compilation of rules and mods and stuff.
So, for the sake of the audience, think we should give that little recap now and get going.
Yeah.
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it.
I meant
Wow.
Barry.
Well, Barry, do you think you have a comprehensive thing of everything that happened?
With last week's session, we picked up where we left off with the week prior, with finishing up our investigation of the Changeling Hive in the tunnels under the hole. Ultimately, we ended up deciding to go and continue searching, and after much searching, we found a potential entry point for the Enclave to get into the hole, but it was so far up, and the rock that was sealing it was so darn heavy, we ended up deciding we'd have to check it out above ground, but by the time we made it out, it was already nightfall, and everyone went and did their own thing. Barry went to the inn to rest, although she ended up not resting that much because she got caught up with one of those books that was sent to her from the magic shop. Tater Tot just went and further got himself to a point where he'll never be able to get the glitter out of his fur. And, well, the two big surprises. One is that there was a visitor that came, still life, showed up leading a caravan. Although, due to circumstances, it looks like Still Life is, at the moment, can't come back as a permanent member of the party just yet. But the biggest thing was that Misty came back, that she had managed to escape from the benefactor. Of course, she does not look the same as she did before. She's now no longer has a small fry. She's the same size as a regular pony, and has Celestia mane.
It's not like Celestia colored, it's flowy mane stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
I felt the clarification that needed.
But after a somewhat tearful reunion and a little bit of chiding, hiding on Barry's leadership and vows to do better, they ended up going to take care of some raiders because Misty saw raiders while flying in and said, "Hey, there's raiders fighting. Let's go kill them." And that's just what we did. So we killed some raiders and ran into some, for lack of a better term, former raiders who are just trying to make up their own life. And we basically left off with the fighting being over, and Barry going with the leader of this group, who's, despite his name being Backstab, he's actually seems to be a pretty nice guy.
I mean, if our GM could stop making out with his mic, that'd be great.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm trying to talk over the microphone. But
Sorry.
But we ended the session with making peace with the X-Raiders, and Barry going with Backstab to get some coffee because between her book, talking with Still, and running into Misty, she has not slept at all. So she needs fucking coffee.
And endurance checks, maybe, possibly.
Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Finished investigating, found a potential entry point, met up with Still again, although, again, due to extenuating circumstances, can't be a permanent thing just yet. And we got Misty back.
Friggin' nat 10s.
And it looks like Misty just passed out, so...
I call hacks.
I'm thinking that the party might have to just take a day to rest because... with the exception of Masher, because, Ghoul knows and doesn't need to sleep, most, at least half the party is drop dead exhausted from being up all night, and then following that going into a battle.
Yeah, y'all need to get some sleep or something.
So in a non-game related thing, I have just been informed that Domino's, that is just opening a few blocks away, is currently giving away free food. So I think I'm gonna go run and get a free pizza. If
heck
we're gonna do
yes.
some downtime stuff. Really, does anyone object to me doing this?
No, it's
For the
free
pizza.
pizza. Go.
Okay.
I demand you go get free pizza.
Pizza good.
AFK. Also, the GM apparently isn't in the chat at the moment, so someone will have to inform him when I went. I appreciate it.
Oh, and got Adam with the host. Thank you very much.
And now for the awkward silence.
Yep, because looks like GM's is having Discord break on them, and it was said off stream, but yeah, this campaign has just been plagued by technical issues and real life getting in the way of our players since pretty much the get-go.
welcome to 2020. I'd say we have cookies, but they'll make you sick. I'd say we have t-shirts, but they'll just give you a rash.
Or worse.
All right. Can you all hear me?
Nope, not at all.
Yeet.
All right.
I don't hear a GM
Good.
whatsoever.
Discord has really broken. Like, majorly.
Oh, has anyone seen those season 10 MLP comics?
Oh yeah, those things. I have not read any of them yet.
Once I'm done with the session, I might see if I can get them for digitally on my tablet, because, support the official release and all that.
Yeah, only the first issue is out, I think.
Still something to read.
But yeah, just to tell you how bad my Discord's broken. Entire words have been scrambled in all of your different messages in the general chat. All the words in the chats themselves have been scrambled and have spaces in between them. All of your names on the side, on the left-hand side, scrambled, random spaces. And the entire bottom of my Discord screen is just black. So,
Well, crap baskets.
I can still speak, though. Just don't expect me to type or open anything in Discord, because I have a feeling it might just decide to kill itself.
Anyway, just in case you didn't hear, one of us went AFK because a local pizza place was offering free pizza.
Domino's just opened like down the block and stuff, and they're like giving away free pizza. So,
Yes.
as Misty, I declared that he is obligated to go get free pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't really deny that that is an obligation. Free pizza is simply great.
Like, I don't care if you're the GM. Free pizza is free pizza, and that takes priority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And besides, we're probably gonna do a bit of downtime anyway, because again, I don't know if you heard it or not. But since probably at least half, if not more so, of the party is operating without sleep at this point, probably best for them to take a day just to rest up, because staying up all night and then going into to a battle, not exactly good. For all but the ghoul.
Ghoul don't care.
Speaking of ghoul, how often do you roll for your feral thing? Because I have not been keeping track of that.
That's only if
at
you
all.
have 0 reds.
Okay.
As long as you
was
have
wondering.
reds, you're fine. Who's
What are the stats for cooked bloat sprite and cooked rat bloat sprite?
I would check in the lock safe somewhere. Let me pull that up. And if I can't find it in here, then open up the Gilded Cage. I sent you the download for it earlier.
Just figured I'd ask in case you had or something.
Yeah. Yeah, since I can't dual screen right now, I can't exactly open it up without putting all the stuff up for the stream to see, and well, I just don't want to do that, because then what point would be for them to go out and buy it if I just end up casually putting it up on the stream?
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah, I'll just check it out later.
No, I have it here. I just gotta find the cooked versions of it.
I'm not sure there is a cooked version.
Well, then I'll just copy the normal stats of it because
If anything, I believe that bare minimum cooking removes the rads from the dish.
yeah, I think that's all it does.
I have purify food and water regardless, so I can remove, like, let me double check what the spell says exactly, so I'm not just going off the top of my head. Purify food may remove potency, rads, and mold from versatility amount of items. So I can remove 10 rads from 8 items with every cast. So yeah, we don't really care about irradiated food anymore.
You want to keep some of the food irradiated because we do have a ghoul with us.
Don't touch my slop.
Yeah, I can give the ghoul the rad meat, the rad sprite.
I went ahead and posted it all in the Roll20 chat because Discord, I don't trust it right now.
Why would you ever?
I'm not sure which channel is underneath the memes channel, but it currently has about 5 spaces, a T, another 8 spaces, AME, a space, and then TA as its name.
Out of game talk.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't trust Discord at the moment. But if you all are doing stuffs, Gene gets the slep, and Mashed keeps his watch. What are you doing, Barry? While you're in this little raider town here, unless you all went back. Well, not raider town, I guess, but
the town of the group that is formerly known as Raiders. It's a working title.
Yeah, let's go with that.
The way I figure it, Barry would just say that she'd love to talk more, but the group needs to their group needs to rest up. So unless Backstab has some beds that they're willing to share, we'd probably have to leave and come back after we're rested up.
I mean, you all can have the beds that the now dead raiders were using, but I'm not sure if you'd really want those. You know, because, well, obvious reasons.
It would probably be best for us to return to the town and rest up properly. Then we can come back here and talk more.
All right, well, you won't be shot on sight or anything, so feel free to come back.
Yep. Barry will offer up a hoof for a hoof shake. I'll see you again before long.
I swear, I don't think Discord has ever broken this severely. Can you all even hear me anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't see the Discord chat where our the green circles around our profiles, that entire chunk is non-existent anymore. The chat is broken. Everything is turning into just void. I'm gonna have to restart my computer after this session.
Well, I mean, it might sound like now would be a good time for you to do that since Tater Tot is away.
Yeah, maybe. Well, you all finish up anything you need to do. I'm gonna try and fix Discord.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty much finished up because we've already said our goodbyes for the time being to Backstab. So it's just back to the town to finally get some much needed sleep. And I suppose I should, once Barry is in the car, I should roll an endurance check just to see whether or not she can stay awake for the trip. Nope.
I just love how Discord, despite reloading and everything, is still very much broken.
And yeah, we can't. And at least I can hear you, Pepsi.
All right.
I
Oh, they asked if we could hear him. I mean, like, I heard a bunch of the normal stuff he said.
Well, in that case, then I think you heard me. Still, I have no clue what's going on with Discord. I'm gonna probably wait for Chatter to get back, unless like it's far away to join.
He says in general to assume that he's standing in the background of every scene until he returns. Quote, especially the flashbacks. And that he'll check their periodically while they make his free large pizza. Should be another 15 to 20 minutes.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Alright. In that case.
And that was about
Also,
5
thank you for the.
Also, because I'm going to be that guy, I would also like to give a shout out to Summer Games Done Quick Online 2020.
Since we're doing not much else, how's about this little topic of conversation? Say if I were to, just for funsies, to try and make a third potato pone, what kind of pone do you think I should go for?
Freedom fries. See, freedom fries, tater salad, mashed potato.
Yeah, we've already got tater tot and mashed potato.
Hash brown is something I suggested earlier.
So hash brown would be more of the fire-based stuff, right?
Either that or a hippie.
¿Por qué no los dos? Feel the light, man. Whoosh.
Yeah, freedom fries would probably be.
So,
That can be its whole little subset, like curly fries, stuff like that.
I cut some of the ideas that you gave me. Just basically do a little combo for hash brown of having him be the stoner pone, but also one who can really bring the heat. Basically, what Lunar Spice would be like if he got into the zebra weed.
Yes.
What do you think, Carl? Sound like a fun idea?
Yes, it sounds like a very good idea. JJ better keep the zebra weed away.
I'm sure she would scold Lunar quite well if he went and got doped up on the zebra weed, especially when looking after the kids.
Bribe with brownies?
Or get some help from a spellcaster with a alter anatomy spell and punish Lunar with a visit from the bat shark.
Empty night.
Still, though, I don't think I have to worry about that much. Lunar is generally a pretty responsible sort. Can't say the same for Hash Brown, though. So, if Hash Brown's going to be the fire magic wielding stoner, I wonder what kind of role he could end up serving up.
Well, would it be fire magic or just fire weapons? Because remember, to be a proper potato pony, you must be a dirt horse.
Ah. Good point. Good point. Was it? I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there something? I don't know if it. Remember, it was just homebrew, or if it was official. But something about a kind of giving an arcane mark to Earth ponies to allow them to use arcane abilities.
I'll be right back.
I think that's a homebrew thing.
In that case, whether or not that would be used would be GM discretion. Either way, I can make it work. And I gotta ask, why is there the dancing dancing chrysalis and flurry heart on the map?
Shenanigans.
Was this from one of the things I couldn't see last week?
Might have been.
I'll play around with putting hash brown together once I finish trying to sort out Bang.
Come back.
Dash.
Whatever my next character ends up being, probably going to be a religious alicorn or something. I'm going to have them have shotguns, and I will reload my shotgun with religious intent.
So you want the holy shot.
Yeah. I have countless maps, and more maps, and it's pretty stupid how many maps I have for this one chunk of the Earth that you all are currently in.
Yeah. I think we can safely call this a little bit of a hub area for us.
I have returned.
Welcome back, then. Yeah, while you were gone, one of the things we killed time with was discussing making the third potato pony just for funsies.
But why though?
For funsies. The next potato would be named Hash Brown, who's really big into the zebra weed and fire.
Well, okay then. Power armor newcomers. What?
Look by the tree of damnation.
Oh, god damn it.
Wait, what? Where?
To the left of the tree, underneath the dancing chrysalis and flurry heart.
I'm still stuck on the page of the other town where we had the fight.
Let me see if I can fix that for you, because I haven't heard our GM since I got back.
Yeah,
I'm refreshing.
yeah, because
It's entirely my fault. I forgot that I had your token separated from the other ones, and your token is impossible to see when it's separated from them.
so great. We've got got some company with power armor, while 3 of us are passed out.
I mean, how long does the trip back to the 2 town take? I say as I scramble to look up what the rules are on, passing out because you failed your endurance check for staying awake for too long.
Well, let me look at my map, and I will give you a time estimate. Around 2.5 hours to get it to the Raider town, and then the same time to get back.
So 2.5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Probably not enough to be fully rested, but enough to where at least we shouldn't have to worry about passing out again. I'd wager.
Yeah. You're not gonna pass out again. I'd say.
Now
Alright,
time's
so-
over, Swizzkins.
Is everyone back? Or is Chatter still out?
I've been talking.
I know. It's just that we weren't talking for a minute.
Does anyone know where the actual rules about sleep are? Because I'm not seeing anything.
No, honestly.
Yeah,
They're hard to find.
we've got a GM ruling on it.
You won't pass out in this session, and I will look them up afterwards and employ them from that point on, but you won't pass out this session even if you were randomly supposed to. Due to the rules, because I honestly have no clue where those rules are. I'd say they're in the Wasteland Survival Guide somewhere. But they also could be in the Overmare's Guide, because it's full of a bunch of random stuff like that too, so...
I'm trying looking just at sleep. I mean, I see where it talks about if you're, non-lethal or whatnot. But it's like, that doesn't quite,
Yeah, we can figure it out after
I
the
found
session.
it in the Wasteland Survival Guide. The rules for sleep deprivation are actually underneath the perk on page 32, all night long. Note, sleep deprivation occurs every 16 hours, 12 hours if using a 16-hour day. -1 special every 16 hours they have stayed awake. Specials are lost in the following order: agility, intelligence, perception, endurance. GM may require endurance checks to stay awake at fixed or random intervals. e.g., 48 hours.
Well, due to the fact that you all basically took a nap on the way in the car, I think, then you all would be fine.
Okie dokie.
Also, just for like my computer's frame rate's sake, I'm going to minimize the chrysalis dancing.
I still don't know why that's up there.
I told you.
All right, so
Shenanigans.
I believe Tattertut hours besides me.
Hmm?
He was very robotic for me. What did he say?
Yeah, care to repeat that? Because I couldn't quite make it out either. I think there was...
Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear that one?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just the Discord is all kinds of fucked right now. And I can't tell whenever I am or I'm not speaking. And so, yeah. But, I believe Tattertut added that because he's the only other one with GM powers. And I just decided not to get rid of it because I thought it was funny.
So,
Yeah,
what's
that is
going
what
on? We're dealing with powered armor ponies.
Well, first of all, you all were asleep in your car. Well, most of you, anyways. Well, Master drove. Seeing as he's not. Technically, yes, the Protectrons drove, but you sort of sit in the front seat, like.
Supervised.
I guess I'm driving. Quotation mark.
I mean, if he's gonna drive this thing, he's gonna drive this thing under its own power. It's been far too long.
I mean, if you want to do that, you can technically do that. I still need to come up with the stats for a car and tell you all how much gas you have.
I just figured it'd be more useful filling in for the machine gun.
Yeah, I'm just imagining it cutting to like the Mako from Mass Effect 1, just bouncing around.
I mean,
Well, here, if you find me a couple of spark batteries, because those regenerate their own power, I can rig those up as its power source.
Yeah, so spark batteries do regen power. Good to know.
Yeah, it says that in the Advanced Magic book.
That's useful for the other game because of things that I won't get into because different game.
Alright.
And holy crap, we just got raided by Fiora.
Okay.
Again.
Crap, what'd she take?
Second time the charm.
Wait, what?
If she took my heavy armor, I'm gonna be ticked.
And apparently the raid hashtag is hashtag RimWorld Nerui got married.
wait, what?
What's going on?
Fiora was streaming a game called RimWorld, and one of the characters that she had in there is named after me, and that version is married to Drinking Buddy.
Mazel tov.
And when I
Nice.
And the fun part is, when I first walked in on the stream earlier today, literally first thing I heard when I first walked into the stream was that I was pregnant and I had pregnancy cravings to eat a small goat.
Sounds about right.
I'd never played RimWorld before, but still, what the fuck?
That is a thing that happens in RimWorld.
And I'm just getting
RimWorld is a beautiful masterpiece.
I'm also getting bombarded by followers. Pony Chick, Star Holder, Star Hoarder, Dreamer Glitch, Von Holtz, and May Spartan. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, and apparently
welcome, people.
And apparently, according
This
to
is our campaign.
And apparently, according to Orsk, after I left to get started in here, I ended up giving birth to Earth during the stream.
Makes sense.
Wow, we didn't even notice.
I didn't even notice. Thank you, QWERTY, Ray Coyote, Final Sight 6, for the. Thank you, Fiora, for the Thank you, all of you, for the follows.
Welcome to the.
Okay, that was
Calm
it.
down. It
Mazel
happened.
tov. It's a goat.
I don't care.
She is very flustered. I can tell.
I'm not used to this.
She has been hit with fame.
Ah!
Thank you all.
Thank you for checking out our small campaign here, run by me, an incompetent person.
Yeah, despite all the technical difficulties and glitches and whatnot, we're still trucking along.
Somehow, we have managed to persevere. Now, on to actually story stuff that you might be here for beyond just raid factor of being here.
Yeah, let's do this. This is before I get broken again.
Nice. Alright, so, you all were driving up, or technically being pulled by Protectrons up to the hole. Greatest settlement around, definitely. And on your approach, you see, coming from the opposite direction of you, coming from due west, some power armored ponies. Two seem to be in a more full suit of power armor. Kind of look like the ones that were guarding the gate to the radio tower whenever you went up there. And one, just without a helmet on or anything, that you have not seen before. First two have miniguns. Other one doesn't have any, mounted battle weapons on him. You can see. Feel free to roll perception if you want to.
Does that include those of us that were napping?
Save me, Pixie.
Can you repeat what you said, Gene?
Are those for those of us napping? Do we make a roll too?
Assume the ghoul is kicking you to wake you up.
Yeah, that's why I kind of assumed that you all would eventually be woken up by the fact that, hey, Master is doing things in the car, or that he has suddenly stopped the vehicle.
What is
And
it,
if all
Masher?
else fails, company. Looks like those rangers again.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the ones from the radio tower, they're right ahead.
I'll load the anti-matrix slugs.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You want us to run them over?
I don't think we have enough velocity to do any real damage doing that.
Not at the rate we've been using the accelerator pedal, no.
Right now, it's only decorative.
They're slowly making their way over to you all.
Oh, for the love of. What is it that you want?
Well, they're pretty far away, so unless you're asking what I want.
She is addressing the because they seem a lot pretty close to me.
Well,
Yeah,
you said they were coming from the opposite direction.
I'm gonna get on top of the car and, sling my weapon.
All right.
Master, we don't have a turret. We have a Ponytron that's standing where a gun mount would be.
Oh, I thought that was open.
No,
Damn it.
there's a gun mount, but we have no gun on it.
I know we have no gun on it. I just thought the thing was open. I've got my gun.
There's currently a Ponytron sitting there.
Damn it.
I mean, you can move the Ponytron out of the way, I guess. It is just a stationary robot with a plasma pistol, but...
Or I could just do the simpler thing and just roll down the window. Like in Chicago.
That is also a possibility. So, you all do your things. Barry yells at them. All the good stuffs. And they will respond. Well, specifically, the one at the forefront without a helmet will respond. I assume you are the lot that's pulled up to the radio tower earlier yesterday, I believe.
Tater Tot's going to make sure the Ponytrons keep pulling, so if they want to talk to us, they've got to keep walking.
And if we are?
I would like to chat. So, do you mind telling whoever's driving to slow down the robots, maybe?
You have two people there, or ponies there you can chat to. And Ponytrons don't move that fast.
I'm also just imagining it's also fairly loud for them to be pulling it along, just making it more awkward and petty.
Like Tater Tot deliberately has the emergency brake on so it squeals.
Tater, hit the brakes.
He'll disengage the emergency brake, so we move slightly faster.
Damn it, Tater. Looks like you're going to have to keep up pace since Tater Tot does not seem to be in a listening mood today.
Oh, I've listened.
Overdrive.
They told us they were going to take our stuff and shoot us, so...
That is a good point. Your associates seem to make it pretty abundantly clear that we weren't wanted. So why the change of tone?
Oh no, you still aren't wanted up there. But we have come to negotiate and apologize. Specifically, I came because you're not wanted, but at the same time, we can't really be going and throwing around empty threats whenever we don't have anything to back them up. Kind of why we need that car. But
Well,
that's more of a matters to discuss in a more private area. So,
well, I don't think the car is on the table. Tater Tot is a bit too attached to it.
They can go get their
that
own.
is
I suppose there we could potentially share. I could share the coordinates of where we found it. So, if you have enough arts and know-how, you might be able to salvage a car for yourself from the same spot we got ours.
again, I would prefer to have a more private conversation. Though, if you do wish to talk out in the open, we could at least go off a little bit from the beaten path and out from the entrance of town here.
It'd make it easier for you to dispose of the bodies? No chance.
First of all, these two guys have miniguns. Either way, they're really loud. So, disposing of the body, if we were to kill you, would not be quiet.
Which is why you need to be
And
further away
second
from
of
town
all-
to do it.
Alright,
Only
fine.
proving my point.
Well, where would you instead have a private conversation?
Right here sounds fine.
We're far enough from the town where we're not where the locals gather. As long as we don't get shouting, we still have a private conversation right here.
Alright.
You know, if you guys don't want to, I could just fly off with their boss to hear what they have to say.
Well, it all depends who's the leader here. Because there's an alicorn there. Oops. Pretty powerful. There's the cyber zebra person here that's talking to me. And then there's the rest of you all. Griffin, annoying earth pony, Bat, and Ghoul earth pony. I'm really not sure who the hell the leader of this group is.
Oh, you decide you're the leader based on race? Wow. I thought we got past this thousands of years ago. I was wrong.
Maybe you.
I just said the leader based on how competent. I just said the leader based on how competent you look. You don't look competent.
Well, you can't seem to convince us to get off the beaten path, so you're probably less competent than we are.
I All right. All right,
Debatably
boss.
true.
I'm just going to focus on Barry. Say, boss, should I go talk to them and work out a deal? Because I may just be guessing here, but if they want to talk in private, they may have something discreet that they may need of us. And if things go wrong, I'm probably the fastest flyer in this group.
If they're that worried about being overheard, they can keep their voices down and they can talk right here. And
Well, if that's the case. Okay.
so,
Our little group that you all saw west of here took over that radio tower for means of communicating to the larger, well, we're more of an offshoot of the Steel Rangers. That's the name of it, right? I was thinking Brotherhood of Steel because I've been playing Fallout for a while. We're more of a offshoot of the Steel Rangers. So. And we don't have much supplies, weaponry, any of that stuff.
Are the Applejacks Rangers?
They technically are formed yet. They have been formed. Yes, Applejack's Rangers, they exist and everything. Roll Acken lore. See if these guys look like them. To your knowledge.
These.
that's a nope for me.
Ha! I don't know how, when, or where.
Mr. Succeeded.
Alright. Well. Everyone except for Misty. You all have... Okay, everyone except for Misty and Tattertot has no clue who these guys are if they're not part of the Steel Rangers. Misty and Tattertot... Well, Misty first, because she has a little bit higher.
I had a crit success.
And this.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you would give Misty first because Tater Tot's going to have info that Misty doesn't.
Yeah. You're pretty sure you've seen these guys. You know they're not any of the Applejack Rangers. In fact, you may have seen like a skirmish between that group or another. Or it might have been the Steel Rangers. Who knows? And the name isn't really coming to you. You don't have any knowledge of, hey, I know who they are. But you know they're not Steel Ranger, they're not Applejack's Ranger, they're not Enclave, that's for sure. And Tattertots. You have, in your travels throughout Equestria proper, doing things and moving about for reasons, have encountered these guys a few times. They're a sort of not as technology hoarding as the Steel Rangers, but also not in the league of helping everyone that they see. kind of like the Applejack Rangers. They just prefer to stick to themselves as a group of very well armed, or at least intimidating looking survivors. But from what you've seen, they're not all too well equipped and have a very flimsy leadership structure, with entire camps just having about 4 leaders in a month due to one dying, one leaving, betrayal, stuff like that. So they are a very fractured group. Which fits their name pretty well. They are Fractured Steel. Small offshoot of the main Steel Rangers and whatnot.
And before we continue, I also want to thank Moonhu for the follow. Yeah, this is definitely turning out to be a more interesting stream than I thought.
Hey, Moon.
Do-do-do-do-do. Moon. Best wolf.
At recognizing what this faction actually is, Tater Tot will turn the Ponytrons into maximum overdrive, going 6 feet per hour instead of the normal 5.
Wow,
Alright.
we're burning rubber now.
Oh yeah, where do you think we got the heat?
I take it you know who this group is, Tater Tot?
I know what their group is. Basically, glorified gangers that left the Steel Rangers. Those that couldn't quite cut it.
Gangers is a bit much, don't you think?
I said glorified.
Let's not antagonize the people with miniguns. I mean, I can fly out here in a few seconds, but the rest of you will be stuck with that decision.
Well, they want something, and they keep beating around the bush, so, you know.
We want a way to get more supplies, because, believe it or not, I don't think these guns beside me have a full clip in them, even. Let alone
There's
straw.
a couple ways you can do that. One, you can trade with towns. Or 2,
Most
you can go
towns don't.
scavenging. Or 3, go find a raider nest and slaughter them.
Or
Can't
4,
slaughter
they
is
could
not
hire.
very-
Or 4, they could hire a mercenary group, which is what I imagine they might be leading up to.
Well, they turned away the traveling merchant that came to their door, so.
You did not look
That's
like anything
us.
like a trading. You did not look anything like a traveling merchant.
Well, apparently
you
you've
have
never
a
seen a
car.
traveling merchant.
Hey,
Why
I'll
else-
say
why
we
else
do
would
look
they
like a
explain-
circus.
He may not look like it, and sometimes may not act like it, but Tater Tot is indeed a merchant.
Alright, what is he selling?
All kinds of stuff. You want weapons, you want armor, you want food, you want drink. Oh wait, I don't sell to people that threaten to rob me.
Well, I can't deny that's a pretty good thing to stand by.
Mm.
So, on your suggestions of things we can do, we don't have caps, and even if we did, most people don't trust big gun-toting people in power armor who are similarly dressed and have similar color scheme to Steel Rangers. A group
I've seen at least 2 in this town.
Well, it's a shocker.
Can I take Barry aside?
Do that in Roll20 chat. Any roleplay that you do like that. And as for killing raiders, if we don't have the supplies needed to go kill raiders, how are we going to kill raiders to get said supplies?
You said that you think their miniguns might be half full. How many of those bullets do you actually need to kill a raider? Or are you that bad of shots?
Or, you could always punch them.
Yeah, that works too.
A while back, we sent out a small group of around 4 Steel Rangers, and they got killed by raiders with a minigun and a flamer.
Well, it sounds like the raiders were better prepared than you were. Maybe you need to train better.
Damn, you people have let the standards slip in the last couple hundred years.
Because, hey, guess what? We fought some raiders that had a minigun, flamer. Sounds a lot like the one you're talking about. They also had scavenged power armor. And, oh, they're dead now. And I only had a child's first laser gun.
You also have a car.
I didn't have a
and
car
an
then.
alicorn. Did you have an alicorn?
We had a full alicorn with us then. So unless you're suggesting that a full alicorn is more powerful than an individual in power armor with loaded weapons.
First of all, I'm not going to question a full alicorn because I've never seen that. But alright.
Well, you see, first, a mommy alicorn and a daddy alicorn share a special hug.
That's not
They
how
go
that
into
works.
That is literally how biology happens.
There aren't any male alicorns.
Natural-born alicorns are a thing.
I've never seen one.
Barry, check
Tater Tot stands on his hind legs and just swings both forearms at Misty. Behold, a natural-born alicorn.
That's just an alicorn painted white and colorful hair.
I just feel like Twilight Sparkle mentally advanced to me at this point. Like, do you guys want to die? Is this what this is?
I'm a doctor. I can tell the difference between a natural-born alicorn and one that that formerly came from the Unity. Our friend here is undeniably a natural-born. And out of character.
Right.
With some of my exploration, my medical expertise, what I know about, because I've recently been reading some of the lore on dipped alicorns post SNR, and I do know that there is a potion that was made that can allow dipped alicorns to be turned male so they can procreate. What I know about
how we get the natural born ones.
What I know
How
about
far after S and R would that be?
That was actually left vague, and it was mentioned in the epilogue.
I'd say that'd be a while after S and R, because you all are coming off like a month afterwards, maybe just a half a month.
Then
I mean, we've been here for at least a month at this point.
And not to mention, without that potion, unless Misty is doing some magical time travel, she literally couldn't exist without that potion existing.
No, she exists completely different. She has her reasons for existing. without
So,
said
Derek, did you
potion.
get my real-time message?
Still, would it have been possible for there to be mentions of development of such a potion in my travels before I got dragged over here?
Alright. We can't rightly harass you into giving us a card, because I don't think, even with power armor, a group of us three, one of us not being armed and the other two vaguely armed, will do much good against possibly an entire town, as well as 6 individuals and 3 robots.
First thing I've heard out of your mouth all day.
So, what is it you want from us then?
Can you find a way to get us better equipped? Because I don't think we're going to be able to force you, so I'm going to ask you.
What's in it for us? And if we could be better equipped than you, wouldn't we be better equipped than we already are?
Is a powerful ally a good payment?
If you had one of those, what would you need us for?
I believe they're talking about themselves.
I mean, if he's talking about himself, they've already been complete assholes to us. So I mean, and they already said that we're not wanted. So why would we be an ally?
Because you would be doing something that would make you wanted in our base of operations, you could say.
Here, can I make the deal?
Go ahead, Gene.
Alright, how about this? We'll tell you about the military bunker where we found the car, among other things. There are also landmines you can recover if you have the skill. But there are also car parts and the rest of the bunker to explore. And in exchange for that, give us access to the radio tower so we can repair it.
So this sounds like they're the only ones benefiting from this, because then they'll have a working radio tower, which they broke.
We had a job to take it.
There were ghouls infesting the place. They broke it, and we had to, one by one, try and send in small teams to take them out. The place is full of fucking bastards.
We have a job to repair that tower for a local radio station. If we were to repair it, would you be willing to share the airtime?
That's probably a conversation more to whoever's taking over this airtime, radio station, whatever. But yes, I suppose we could offer up time for a radio station. Give some much needed levity out here, because you're Pitbuck there, I think you... Yeah, I think you're Pitbuck. I haven't seen one in a while, but yeah. You can probably tell that there aren't many radio stations in this area.
So you're saying if we help you, that you'll be willing to lend yourselves to us as an ally.
Yep.
So, a big gun we could call in and if we find ourselves in a situation needing a little bit more, a little bit less diplomacy, a little bit more. Let's call it aggressive negotiation.
Most of our things currently work on intimidation, and seeing as it made you all run because you thought we had loaded guns, it seems to work. But once we get back in touch with the mainland, we'll probably be able to get in some reinforcements with actual firepower, so yes.
Very well then. Do you have any intel on any potential spots that there could be supplies that we could procure?
In terms of supplies, just gotta grab the map real quick and look at all my locations.
Hey, Barry, I think I know something they could do for us that would probably make some of this hassle worthwhile.
What would that be?
Well, they could come down here and guard the town against the Enclave. Once they drop one or two of those guys, they should have enough ammunition then to, not need to be annoying assholes to us.
Speaking of Enclave, because it seems you know them, or at least know of them in this area, that's one of the things I was going to suggest might have supplies. The Enclave base west of here. Security and whatnot is difficult, and we don't have Pegasi to access the cloud technology to unlock any of the doors or any of that lot. But you have a Griffin and an Alicorn. Both should hopefully suffice in opening those terminals.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to go ahead and vote against going to the Enclave place ourselves because they would shoot us. And I don't like being shot.
It's a man.
Two people were talking at once.
Gene, say your thing first.
I was just laughing because, don't want to be shot, but you're trying to give the Steel Rangers every opportunity to shoot you.
Oh, that's because they said they have no ammo. They said they're or that they have no ammo, so I'm taunting them to either make them prove themselves wrong, which is a very stupid thing to do, but that's tater tot for you. Or
well, you were belligerent before we found out about the having no ammo. They just kicked it up a notch.
Well, I was just being belligerent in that I don't want to deal with them.
Is it?
Yes, that Enclave base is abandoned. And besides that, there's just a normal military base past the mountains south of here. Pretty sure it's got a balefire bomb silo down there as well. Can't really take that over because last time we sent anything near there, they said that they saw. Well, there you were too scared to say what they saw. So I don't know. It's infuriating.
Is that where we got the car?
No, that is way past where you got the car. It's on the other end of the island. And if I had a way of uploading this map, I could show that, but...
Well, I think that we could work out something that's mutually beneficial. You said it yourself. We help you, and then once you get reinforcements, we have a powerful ally. So once you're once you're reinforced enough, you'd be able to send a small contingent of guards to help protect this town here against Enclave incursions.
Yep. Best we can do for now, though, in terms of protecting the town, is more so intimidation tactic.
Well, don't you have functioning sensor packages and those power over there?
I'm
Yes.
just gonna also.
Yeah.
I was gonna add that also that if they work to help defend the town from the Enclave, that that'll also make people much more likely to trade with them too.
Yeah, that's a good point. A town that feels they owe you for protecting them is far more likely to be open to trade.
Well, I'm glad we could sort this all out peacefully and without a firefight starting.
So,
I'm really glad about that.
So to sum up, we go to this this abandoned Enclave base, and bring back supplies to rearm you. In exchange for that, you vow to offer your services as a powerful friend to us. You'll be able to you'll let us into the base so we can repair the radio tower, so the local radio station can get back up and running again, and you can have your communication with the mainland.
Point of order. They should just let us in that radio tower first to get that up and running, since that benefits them anyways.
All right.
Yeah, it will let them get reinforcements in too.
Mm-hmm. That
will certainly speed up our process.
that definitely sounds fair. So yes, once we finish our business here, we can return to the tower, repair it. Then we can leave you with the coordinates to where we found the vehicles, while we go and take care of the abandoned base. Once that's all settled, you can start setting up defenses to help protect this town, and another group that's nearby that we've managed to make some kind of an alliance with. A group of how best to describe them? A group of ponies who were born to raiders but don't want that life. They're trying to make a new life for themselves. So they also could be a potential group for you to work with.
Raiders that don't want to be raiders. Well, I'm not going to say that it's impossible. I mean, that certainly seemed weird.
There's plenty
those
of
terms seem typical.
Excellent. And although once communications are back up, one more thing that you could potentially do with communication is, have you heard? Have you in your time here heard of a body snatching asshole who at the moment goes by the name Benefactor?
I have not. No.
Pretty much everything we've been doing here, we've been dogged by that bastard, and he's been killed multiple times, only to come back and possess a new body. Our most recent encounter with him had him possessing the body of a Canterlot ghoul.
That does not sound good.
We're, we're trying our best to find information about how he's able to do this, but the mainland might have more information than is available here on the islands. So perhaps, in addition to getting the radio station running again, and getting your reinforcements, you can try and see if there's any information we can use to put this asshole down for good. Because this bastard, he's a problem for everyone. A mutual foe, if you would prefer.
Probably a bit much to spring on before.
If we're going to be allies, then we need full disclosure. We wouldn't want our new allies to be caught unawares by that asshole.
Yeah, unless of course he's already in this guy's body and is just trying to get us to do some errands for him.
And I don't think he'd give up a Canterlot ghoul's body so easily.
Yeah.
But when he leaves a body, is he able to come back to it, or is it gone forever?
The last time he left the body turned to ash. I'd say once he
wasn't that because we shot it with lasers?
No, we shot. It was he was killed with buckshot.
Ooh.
So, if he had been done in by a Mew, I probably would have been suspect. But since it was a shotgun blast that did him in, and then he still turned to ashes, it seems most reasonable that once he leaves a body, it's done and gone. So yeah, I doubt that asshole is going to leave a Canterlot ghoul willingly, not something that is that potentially powerful and dangerous.
I don't know. He seemed like a petty bastard.
He is a bastard who loves the sound of his own voice. And don't forget that asshole tried to rape me, and ended up full napping Missy and forcing her to fight in an arena.
I wasn't forced to do that.
Really?
I think we've gone a bit off topic at this point.
Yeah, we have.
Yep.
Also, why turn to get around this rock?
My apologies. You can probably tell I have a bit of an issue with that.
Yeah, you like giving exposition to random strangers. We got you. Don't worry.
Man, this is a Wendy's.
Tater Tot winks at the audience.
Damn it all. I can give you the full briefing on the asshole later. But for now, we have our agreement. So we'll finish up our business here in the town. We will come to you at the earliest that we're capable of doing so. Take care of the tower, and then head on out to the abandoned base. Sound fair?
I think we lost the GM.
Quick, stage the coup.
You got that.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
According to Discord, I was speaking and I wasn't.
I think that's
I
called
just
thinking.
love Discord for that. Yeah, he will nod his head at your all's agreement. And what you all go on to doing your do, whatever you do. Whether that's Tattertot's business venture or Misty's random shopping that she might want to do, I don't know. I'm throwing out ideas.
Very well. Shall we shake on it?
I feel that's appropriate.
Yeah, Barry will offer a hoof shake.
He will accept shaking your hoof, and I don't believe I ever told you my name during our entire conversation. I am Paladin Blue Bright of the Fractured Steel. And you?
Barry, leader of the Returners.
Ah, so both very awkward names. Or groups. Nice. Well, I will let you continue about your business. Sorry about the strong coming approach whenever you first met us.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
only been detrimental to you.
Face hoof.
They would have had a working radio by now.
I have a feeling I don't think you all have much luck with getting people and him to agree with each other.
I sometimes wonder how we are able to handle him. Anyway,
I've known people like him. They're useful. They also make you want to shoot them, but you don't for some reason.
Yeah. Then there's also the ever-present option of lots of alcohol.
I have that for sale too.
Yeah, we need to stay sober. Thanks.
Yeah. Anyways, I wish you safe travels, and we shall see each other again soon.
Same to you.
Yeah.
One minor thing, though, before you go.
Yes.
You are from the mainland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any particular part? Hoof? Caledonia? Any particular area?
I hail originally from the Mendai tribe. Though most of my time has been spent wandering the wasteland, searching for those who need my medical expertise, and for cybernetics to help me do my job more efficiently.
Well, I was wondering, seeing as stated, you're very cybernetically enhanced, and Caledonia and the Hoof are the only real locations that I know of where that's a common thing to see around. Well, certainly more common than anywhere else.
I'll have to keep those places in mind. Should I find myself back on the mainland? Because the hunt for cybernetics it's one that is a work of patience.
Yeah, I'd say so. So be careful when getting any from Caledonia. I've heard stories of things going on down there. And I'm going to let you get back to your doing. And with that, he will take his leave with his guards in tow. Well, guards, quotation marks.
Yep, and Barry will return to the rest of the group. Well, I think that went about as well as it possibly could.
Yeah, most likely.
So I think it probably would be best for us to start trying to get a bit more rest in, because about 2.5 hours or so of sleep, considering that most of us who still need it were up all night, or nearly all night. I wouldn't want us to be going out investigating enclave incursions while we've only got a nap keeping us awake.
I'd like to point out that... Actually, I forgot whose idea it was to go out there on no sleep. To deal with a raider firefight.
Take a wild guess.
Damn it, still.
No, it was Miss.
Yeah, I knew that. It was in character. He didn't care to remember.
I have a feeling Still is just like standing in the corner and he just looks over at you like, what?
You know, if Still was still with us, a lot of Stills there, we could have used his power armor to intimidate these power armored guys.
Well, he's busy carrying to his caravan in town, so.
Yeah.
Yep. He still has responsibilities with his caravan and the town he's been organizing. As much as I would love to have him back traveling with us full time again, I would be remiss if I asked him to just abandon the town that he's been putting so much work into.
I have a feeling that back in Still's town, there's just a Preston Garvey-esque person waiting there, saying, "There's another settlement that needs your help."
Let me mark it on your map.
He's been doing. That's what he's been doing this entire time. He's setting up new settlements.
Thank you. Press gravy. Bang.
So let's go and get some sleep already. If you want, Missy, you can follow me. The inn's this way.
Last time she went searching for the inn, she found another place that you sleep just after vigorous activities.
Yeah. I figure something like that probably happened in character, I should say. I figure something like that probably happened. So, yeah. Missy can just follow me. We can check into the inn and, well... Yeah, about damn time we get some real fucking sleep.
As you walk past the armor store, Todd Howard-looking pony will try and offer you a canvas bag deal.
Ignoring...
For the 76th time, no.
I see what you did there.
Really? But it was so subtle.
Okay, so we do the sleepy doos, or do we just time skip to after the sleepy doos?
Well, we have Masher who doesn't need the sleepy doos. So, are you doing anything while they're sleeping?
I'm just keeping an eye on the car, maybe going to get a drink. Other than that, no, not much.
I have a feeling that this whisper command is going to fail, and I'm going to reveal things that don't need revealing.
Mwahaha.
You can always test whisper first.
Is it /W for whispering, and then the name of the person?
/W space. Name of the person.
Okay.
It should try to autofill if you do it correctly.
It has succeeded. Yay. And I don't want to try and type in Discord, because it's still broken as all living hell. So, you all take your naps and stuffs. And roll endurance to see who wakes up first. And there's chicks. Masher doesn't need it because he's already awake.
He's already dead, he doesn't need to sleep.
2, 8, 7. And 10.
Ha ha ha.
Gene is
I win. Misty is the first at space. Except that
Well, I
should be a
feel like I should respond to that DM that I have just received from the person that I whispered to. I don't think Discord is going to agree with me trying to do that, and I'm afraid.
I mean, then you can just whisper and roll 20 again.
Yeah, the person I messaged can whisper. That's what I'm implying.
He's saying that he can't check it or check what was messaged to him on Discord.
For fear of it dying and me having to reload everything. Alright, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Barry wakes up first.
No, Misty wakes up first. She's got 7 out of 16. That's 9 degrees of success. How does Barry
7
beat
out of
me?
14.
Yeah, that's because the macro's wrong. I need to fix it. And even if so, I still have 7 degrees of success versus 4.
Although, one thing I'm wondering though, didn't the last time we do something like this, that Pepsi did, so the higher rolls ended up waking up first because that was a fail, and the ones who got better rolls ended up sleeping longer?
I have no idea if that's how I did it or not. It sounds somewhat right, but it also sounds wrong.
Which is probably something that came up when you suggested doing it that way. I mostly remember because I ended up getting a pretty bad roll and was the first one awake.
Oh, yeah, I know why I did that. I did it that way. It was like... you wake up like with headaches and exhaustion if you like had the higher the least amount of sleep.
If you're still talking, you kind of cut out.
Yeah, I'm not hearing. I'll be right back.
I really need to see if I can invest in finding a way to dual monitor so I can have an easier time keeping an eye on the chat.
Are you using a desktop or a laptop?
Desktop.
All right. Do you have a video card in the back, or are you using the onboard for your motherboard?
I think I have a video.
Easiest way to tell if you don't know for sure, if you look at the back of your computer tower, is the video ports you're using, are they up high or are they down low, kind of separated from everything else?
If I recall from the last time I looked behind, down low.
Okay. So there should be multiple inputs or outputs on there. For example, my video card, I've got a standard HDMI cable, and then I've got a... Actually, I forgot the name of that. It's not a VGA. I have to use an adapter on it.
I believe my specific video card is in AMD 240.
AMD 240.
I think.
Okay,
That's a processor.
What happened while I was deaf and blind?
Yeah.
We fixed the radio tower. We cleared the Enclave base. We still need the loot from that. And we found the benefactor, and while he isn't dead, we kicked his current form in the testicles about 37 times.
Almost shoved a grenade up his ass.
But it kept falling out.
Surprisingly.
Rocks fall and you die. Specifically you, Teratot.
Good luck.
I welcome the sweet
Alright.
death. It's been about damn time.
Alright, so. Highest roll, thus failures, will wake up first, because you got the least amount of sleep. So technically it's Jean, then Teratot, then Misty, then Barry.
Are we getting woken up by something?
Misty technically had the best roll out of all of us. By degrees of success.
I said, like, highest roll, as in Jean got 10 out of 6 and didn't get any sleep at all unless woke up first.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, wouldn't Misty wake up last then?
I mean, Barry got a 2 out of 6.
Yeah, which 7 out of 14 is better.
I think he's just going by the value on the dice, not so much the degrees of success.
Oh, then our endurance score means nothing in this roll.
Oh, well, then... Oh, yeah, degrees of success is... Okay, yeah. Misty wakes up last. Yeah. My brain was derping, okay?
I'm still not sure what's going on. Are we being woken up by something?
Just waking up after your naturally.
Basically, Jean laid down but stared at the sun the entire time.
Unless you didn't get any sleep and wake up first.
Is this going to be a daily thing or is something going on? Because I ain't taking a light sleeper trade or anything.
This is just like a thing for like whenever you're in town. I'm not gonna have you do this like out in like the field or in the car, as I said. This is just in town things.
Because generally you need to roll to fall asleep or sleep.
Yeah.
And does it really matter who wakes up first? Honestly.
I just do it so I know like what order to do people in, but I guess not. I mean, Matcher would be awake first anyway, because he had some good sleep, so I'll go ahead and start with him, and I'll just go from there.
It's basically more or less just to determine the order of who wakes up, so we can so they can just go in order for turn purposes.
Do we really have that much in town to do individually?
Yeah, we should probably just, leave and go investigate that cave.
Yep, that does sound like the better option. We can just time skip and say we all the only thing is if there is the only thing that would be any exception be is if anyone has any business to take care of while they're in town. But barring that, we can just time skip over to our investigation spot.
Yeah, we already spent 2 sessions in town prior.
Mm-hmm. So, shall we? So, first question: does anyone have any business they want to take care of in town before we head out to the investigation spot? At this point, the only real one that would have anything to do, I'd imagine, would be Misty, because we probably had all our stuff taken care of prior, and we're set to go immediately. But Misty showing up and meeting with the raiders who don't want to be raiders, that was kind of threw a little wrench in our plans, and Misty might not be fully prepared. Plus, there's also Soul as well.
Yeah, who we forgot to mention to the people that were like, hey, Misty came back with a friend, an alicorn, with a sort of slave mentality-esque thing. But now she's just an adopted sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because logic.
Ish. The group, unofficially at least so far, has said that's size 1 or greater. So, I don't know. But I see no reason why heavy armor would be so heavily gutted for a normal sized character just for adding wing slots.
Well, adding wing slots doesn't do that, because you can do it to per Pegasi with no penalties.
Well, you're technically not the extra size that penalty would normally provide for like a dipped alicorn, so you really shouldn't get that penalty of like your armor losing DT, because it physically doesn't make sense by the game's rules, yet they have it written that way, which doesn't make sense.
It's for different.
Yeah, it's kind of like how there's a thing where they have poison glands and venomous sacs or something like that, but they're not listed. It's basically the same thing, but they were written down with two different names. It's a fun system, but it still has a few, shall we say, bugs here and there.
There's a perk or a trait or something for griffins where it's contract killer or bounty hunter or talon or whatever. You can technically be one of those without being a griffin, yet it's restricted to griffins unless you take the trait for it. But you didn't get that option until Lock Safe came out, which it's out now and it's been out for a long time. But still, it has to take up a trait slot instead of a perk, which is
Arguably worse.
yeah. So there's a lot of things that could be better about the system. And I have small pet peeves here and there, but I like it. It's fun.
Indeed. I for one, am definitely glad that I found the system and now play it.
But yeah, you shouldn't get the armor penalty that's a dipped alicorn or hellhound would have, because that just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of times I'm skipping and whatnot, I think Taratat's working on her armor on his workbench, so that would go on, and then you would leave, making your way. Yeah, I know it doesn't take you long. You are Earth Pony, so. And you would make your way up the hill and everything. To come to the marked location on your map. Because you didn't have a Preston Garvey to mark it, but you still marked it.
Yeah, I marked it. Whatever the pony term for manually is.
I would also like to try to go shopping.
Ah, so you would be shopping and stuff.
Yeah, I want to see what kind of ammo they have, if any.
I probably a good idea for Tater Tot to go with her, because, you know, he's used to he's already familiar with these shops and the ones who try to scam you out of things.
All right, move your token to where you want to start first, because there are 3 shops, and then there's the doctor, and there.
And don't forget the shops that are out the inner city.
Oh yes, and there's in town as well, like in town.
I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick and have a quick drink while you guys are taking care of that.
All right. So, Misty, you're down here near the doctor office thing and the regulator's trailer, because that's basically what it is.
Yep.
Regulator Griffin is outside drinking a cup of coffee and looking very tired. And Dr. Ghoul has a patient that looks like they have a sore shoulder or something.
I'd say they should get that looked at, but, you know, if they can't look at it themselves, then, well, they're in their own business. I want to find out, what do they got? Do they got ammo? Do they got armor? Do you have anything unique here? What's going on?
The regulars do not sell stuff. The shops are up in this chunk of the world.
Now, what the heck is a regulator? And why did it say that they would shoot you if you woke them up to shop in the middle of the night?
Well, if you're asking the regulator,
Sure, regulator.
We are the good kind of bounty hunter, I guess you could call us. We do the good things, and if someone's bad, we put them in their place. And the reason for there being a sign is because I don't want to be woken up.
Okay, goodbye.
I mean, what did you expect?
Alright,
But-
so she goes looking for the gun shop. Or whatever.
Alright, that would be this one up. Yep, that one. Looking up, you see small, light blue-ish unicorn mare with big old gun on their back, and a must. You've read Mercury number 7, right?
No.
All right, never mind. You see a bigger earth pony, bigger than most, muscular and everything, shirtless and has a few scars on him. And he's basically the assistant, as far as you can tell. And the unicorn mare will look at you, the approaching alicorn-esque looking person. Hello, Miss. Well, you look magical, so I'm gonna say Miss Magical. What can I get for you?
I want to know what kind of bullets you have. And or maybe armor.
Well, armor is next door, but bullets, we have a good few different kinds here. Ultimately, it just depends on what you're looking for. We got a new shipment in just this morning, so.
Alright. So what kinds do you have?
Not much energy, but I'm pretty sure you can find almost any ballistic ammo. 5mm shotgun shells, 10mm, 9mm, .22 LR. Almost anything, really.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure a couple of my friends needed some, but you didn't have any. So, trying to get stuff for them. Okay, so I'll let them know that. And I'll go see armor now.
The armor salesman, signified by the Todd Howard picture. There's armor on the walls, some raider-esque looking things, some combat armor, what looks like a rad suit in the corner. Hello, and Teratot, are you like right behind Misty in her travels?
Yes.
Hello, and hi.
Hello, I want to know what kind of armor you got.
Well, we have mostly light armors, though. You can only buy from the first little selection here. Your compatriot here is an annoyance. He wouldn't buy my stuff, or well, he threatened me whenever he bought my things.
That's because you let him know where your things were.
Above board question: What is the shop owner's comment? Positive or negative?
He has negative karma.
Oh well, yeah. He's not going to want to talk to me either then.
Oh yeah, right. And you. Why are you both here?
Well,
I have t-shirts. You can buy some t-shirts, I guess. Actually, no, wait, I have something. Here's a rad suit. 5 million caps.
They had already left. Let's see, like the Terratot. So, is this where you say that we're supposed to burn their thing to the ground or something?
Generally, yes.
Don't know how to make things on fire. Only ice.
Alright. And time skip. My cat is meowing at me. You will go to top of hill and everything, looking around for where this entryway is. Going to the point on your map and everything. There's some pretty decently dense foliage up here. Grass everywhere, a few good trees here, there, here, and there. So roll perception to actually see the rock itself. Hey, just barely.
Is that it? Is that it? Is that it?
Probably. Oh.
Over here. I think I found it.
I found it.
Also, there's a note for everyone in chat there.
Alright. Barry, as you notice the rock and come up to it and everything, it's a fairly wide, flat rock with some weight. Best you can tell is maybe code on it. It's just a string of numbers is all that's on it, really. And they're written in white paint on the gray rock.
Hey, Masher, you served in the military, right?
Yeah.
Would a code like this have any meaning to you? It looks like some kind of code or serial number.
It looks like a phone number.
Serial number, communication channel. Some other strange officer shit.
Damn it, Tater Tot!
Oh, no. No, Taratar, you pick up a smaller rock next to it that has that writing on it, and then the rock just mysteriously vanishes as if it was never there.
Of course it was never there. I stopped paying attention to it, so it stopped existing. You all only exist because Tater Tot is paying attention. Remember that.
Tater Tot, stop paying attention to me right now.
Did you say something?
Just
And Mash
I don't feel so good.
Exist.
Oh. I think we should be grateful that I'm the one with the pinky sense and not him. Because imagine if he had the full gambit.
I think that now this dancing chrysalis is more fitting.
Oh yeah, for those watching, in case you didn't notice, for whatever reason, there's a freaking dancing chrysalis on this map.
It's there because I got bored last session and put it there. Because he has yet to take away my GM powers, and I will abuse
It's
them.
taking over!
Fix
Alright.
bayonets.
I mean, this is what happens when you let a bored merchant who's not allowed to do merchant stuff have things.
Well, he hasn't done much merchanting. He has stuff, he could sell it if he wanted. But no, instead he goes to the club.
I mean more like you want to let people buy stuff, but then you don't want to let them buy anything, which is like, why are you asking us if we want to buy things if we're not allowed to buy anything? It's wasting time.
I mean, you could have bought ammo. That's your choice.
Anyway,
Yeah.
should we just continue to the radio tower?
Yeah.
So, apart from the rock, is there any other sign here?
In the rock, which would require a strength check at +2, because, yeah.
+2 or -2?
+2, because you're outside and can get good leverage on it compared to inside.
Yep. Here goes nothing. Even without the +2, I actually got that.
Nice. Motion aside, a few smaller rocks tumble down into the chasm beneath, splashing in some water. As you now see a decently sized hole that a small pony or Pegasus could fit through, leading into the tunnels.
And I'd imagine the very same cavern that we were in from before. So, I think we found where the Enclave are slipping in at.
So do we set a trap or do we just seal it?
both.
Yeah, we could probably do both.
Both is good.
Well, whatever the plan is, describe it.
I'm just looking through my inventory here to see what kind of trap I can whip up.
Well, on top of your inventory, I've got 5. Sorry.
I was about to say explosives are going to be a bad idea because I'm terrible with those.
I mean, Master could help with those.
Oh, in that case, I have some plasma mines. Let's make use of those.
Shit, yeah.
I have 5 plasma mines. We can make this a not so safe area for them.
One hot tamale coming right up.
What
Do
is
you
your
want me to-
explosive skill, by the way?
60.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to do that instead of me.
Should I roll for each mine, or it's just one and done?
How many mines are you putting down?
How many mines are you willing to give up?
I have 5. I'm willing to give them all up. Because
I feel like overkill.
I'll have you roll 2 times. Once for 2 mines and once for 3 mines.
First roll.
Hot damn!
Crit success!
well,
You
they
somehow
land on those
engineered
ones.
this.
They'll
You
take
somehow
triple damage.
engineered this mine that only whenever something evil comes near it will it go off.
Shit, that's
Well,
useless
shit,
for
now I
us.
can't come back here at all. Oh, wait, no, I'm not that evil. Just an asshole.
It'll definitely go off for an enclave agent.
Okay.
Okay, I had some brass. I had some brass
yep.
bullet casings sitting on my computer, and they overheated. That's pretty neat.
Sweet, that was also a crit success. Just.
Have you been hanging out with Lucky today?
Who's lucky? I mean, I knew a bastard named Lucky, but he kind of got his head blown off. Wasn't so lucky after that.
Alright, so after getting 2 crits on your mine, making them Pegasus detecting plasma mines of doom.
Fried turkeys
what
on
do
the
you-
menu.
What is next?
Oh, I
You're
think it's
all
time to add my
sure.
trap.
You have your own trap?
Oh,
Do you have
yeah.
a Chifundo?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Right.
I mean, he is the random pony, so I wouldn't, like...
Honestly, mine was just going to be a little bit more simpler, but I'm combining
line.
it with his explosives.
I would say...
What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some rocks to fall and make sure that at least a couple of them would trigger those mines if something tries to enter through here.
Alright.
And since that'd be an alchemy survival,
You're taking
trapped.
you're taking the literal rocks fall and you die approach. And yes, you roll survival with some traps.
Yeah, well, as I was saying, I'm applying my one of 3 daily bonuses to this roll to give me a plus 30 to the skill. And thank God I did.
Good job. We believe in you. You did the same.
Well, my skill's normally 50.
Without that bonus, you probably would have ended up setting off the mines and killing most of the party.
Yeah, that's
Or
why.
Or at least really hurting them.
So there we go. Now let's put that rock back where we found it so that they think we didn't do anything.
Also, I have just checked the chat for Luigi Man. This campaign takes place after Sunshine and Rainbows.
After S&R off of Equestria's west coast. Yeah. They're stuck on islands. So nice.
So I kind of need someone else to push this rock because I can't.
Why are you pushing rock? Oh yeah, you're trying to put it back in place, right?
I put it back into place.
I loosened it up for you. And my back.
Alright.
Okay, just making sure I've got this straight on my head. This string of numbers that was painted on the rock? Or one of
Yes.
the rocks?
On the rock.
Okay.
The big one.
Yeah,
Wait.
probably a community.
Have we come across the Rock of Destiny?
No, this rock is bigger than that one.
Oh.
I wonder.
So this is the Rock of Destiny 2?
Electric Boogaloo.
No.
Given that that's the same string as for a phone number, I'm pretty sure this is the Rock of Booty Call.
What kind of power does that give?
Yeah. If this is a communication channel, maybe I can tune in on my Pip-Buck to listen in. So, Barry will try to fiddle with her radio and see if she can tune in to something that matches that code.
Alright. I'm pretty sure that would be hacking a matrix. Unless you have pip-up training. Do you have pip-up training?
I have Pip-Buck training. Remember? I've been using EFS and SATs this whole time.
I know, but I have to always double check because my brain is stupid. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No worries.
Your brain is in good company.
Looks at Tater Tot.
Not quite what I had in mind, but okay.
Wait, what's going on? I heard my name as I was fixing my headset.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nice. As you're fiddling around with the radio frequency and everything, twirling through the frequencies and whatnot, You eventually find something that's pretty close with maybe 1 or 2 numbers off, but it gives you some results. Let me put my computer down. I did not realize Discord had turned my voice off.
No, we heard you.
All right. Well, it didn't look like I was talking on Discord, so. Yeah, you're filling through the radio frequencies, everything, yeah. Get it somewhere with one that isn't exact, but it gives you some results and everything. As your radio flickers to life, playing decently patriotic-esque pre-war music about Luna and the goddesses and like pre-war Equestria and everything. A sort of, how can I describe it? Announcer type, like 1950s announcer, maybe like you'd see radio hosts from that time period. Maybe something like that type of accents, and they will come up on radio and everything. Thank you for tuning into Enclave Radio. News and things. There have been signs of patrols on the island. Again, some Steel Rangers, it seems. So, our troops out there, keep an eye out for that. Aside from that, there have also been a few more sightings of star spawn on the island east of here, nearing our old former sites. And if you're going out that way, be careful. It's most likely just the miners, but as miners, there's more than likely going to end up being a major. So, yeesh. Alongside that, there have been promises of rations being delivered to our refugees back here near the coast, though, if you ask me, my hopes aren't too high on those getting to us this week, probably week after next. That seems to be the common trend. And alongside that, I found some new records to play some music, so yay. Now, how about I get to said music and music will once again begin playing pre-war Equestria stuff.
Barry,
that isn't new music at all.
Barry will make sure to bookmark the frequency and shut off her radio. Well, that's an unexpected boon.
They'll play that old crap.
Oh, convenient. They were talking about troop movements over a radio.
Yeah, and it's
almost as if the plot demanded it. Stares at the camera.
Turned out to be useful since it sounds like we'll have to be careful going to that abandoned and base, since it sounds like we might have to worry about some Ursa miners over there. All right then. This is largely taken care of. Shall we head on over to the radio tower then?
Sure.
I'm sure our new friends would be more than surprised to get this little bit of information, a chance to listen in on some Enclave broadcasts.
And we can just rub it in their faces that they could have been listening to these for even longer.
Taking a little ride to the radio tower, you arrive, fractured steel people outside and everything. In their power armor, featureless looking. It seems that the same two guards that you met originally aren't the ones out here anymore. Instead, having been replaced with some and more outcast-esque looking power armor, as opposed to the formerly normal looking power armor. I'm going to move you to that map.
I was just about to ask about that.
No, map. I said move token, not move the entire map.
Yeah, you might need to move route to the back on this map.
Oh my god, I'm going to kill Roll20 one of these days.
Just make it quick.
Route, move to back. There's that done.
And add Misty.
Oh yes, right. That is important. Misty. Have infinite number of things. Though Fluffy Cloud has Alicorn sitting on it. Because Soul didn't like not be with the group whenever y'all went to fight raiders. So she came with you this time. She just has been in the car drinking coffee the entire time though. But you pull up to the gates. They briefly stop you before realizing, hey, it's these dudes. And the guards on station let you through. There's the main building in the center with the radio tower coming up off of it as it do. And there are ponies inside.
Alright. Let's see what's broken so I can fix it.
Yep. Tater Tot, you're up.
I figured.
Walking in, there are some terminals here, there, motherboards, and all the things you would expect. Frequency things, tables here and there with different electronics and everything on them. All the necessary things to run a radio tower. The terminal that seems to have been hooked up to the radio tower's like broadcaster originally looks like it's been set on fire, picked up, thrown on the ground, picked back up, put it on the table, and then smashed with a sledgehammer.
Tear it out will sigh, unplug it, and plug it back in again.
That does not work.
Oh god. Years of IT training gone to waste. Alright. So, terminal's down, big deal.
Aside from that, there are a few different I haven't been to a radio tower, so I'm not exactly sure all the things in there.
They mostly use control panels.
Ah, yes. There are a few busted ones of those. Nothing that a few repair checks can't fix. So you probably will end up needing to get a new terminal or fixing one up via some of the other ones in the building.
Hey you, he'll point to a random fractured steel ranger. Make yourself useful and see if there's some spare terminals lying around.
Who are you?
The pony that's here to fix this because you people can't.
I was gonna say he starts trailing off, but his boss, the one that talked to you all earlier, would have like held up a hoof and just like motioned him on. But yeah, your comment also gets him to move on and go look for some terminals.
If he can't find any, I'll just have to get a connector on there to hook up to your power armor. Simple.
Say what?
I was saying that if they can't get a terminal, he'll just make sure that there's a connector to hook it straight up to their power armor so they can use that interface instead. How many repair checks would you like me to make going through all this?
I'm gonna say 6, but 2 of them are minus 20. And that's the ones for like getting everything fixed and back up and running, like the finalization details and everything.
Then on those 2, I'll use my remaining 2 daily bonuses to get a net plus 10 on them. I'll get those 2 out of the way. So
Alright.
Skill will be versus 95 instead of 85 for those 2. Crit fail, and crit fail. Holy shit. Well then.
As you jump to trying to fix the problem at the source right from the beginning, your expertise goes awry, and the first thing explodes. As in, like, it's not one of the big explosions that would like hurt you, but inside it just explodes, and the other one is on fire.
Damn it, Tater Tot.
Hey, who uses yak parts in equestrian radio towers? Seriously.
Yak make nice radio
Well,
the one Steel Ranger will come back with a terminal in his arms, and he's like, "Hey, I found one, and what the hell happened in here?"
progress.
Well,
Holy cow, the dice hate me tonight. I made the other 4 checks. I got a crit fail again.
Hey, you got a crit success at the end of it all, though.
Great.
it
Oh.
just works.
I just envision that one of the motherboards just smacks you or something.
Oh, it is on. Okay, I imagine I need to make some more checks at this point, or is it broken beyond repair?
You need to make another 4 checks, and they are at -15 because you've already fucked the machine.
Okay, so these will be versus 70.
He's gonna marry that machine, right?
Okay, so that would be a failure but not a crit fail. Failure but not a crit fail. Success. And success.
2 fails, 2 successes.
Well, it's not worrying like it's going to explode anymore. And I'm going to have you make one more check. No penalties or anything, just one last check. And there you go. It isn't completely and utterly destroyed, and you've fixed it enough to where as long as someone doesn't hit it with a crowbar, it should be fine.
Cool, because that's how I fixed it. No thanks to anybody else here.
Well, for one, the person that you all had told you are going to do this, Paladin,
Paladin, what's
I
his
think
name?
his name is Blueheart. Yeah, Paladin Blueheart. He was like just face huffing the entire time
As was
As
Barry.
as you took sledgehammers and crowbars and Molotovs to try and repair this.
And it's working. So clearly I know more about machines than they do. In your face. Taught out.
I'm not even sure how the fuck any of that worked, let alone.
Because I know more about machines.
Yeah, it looks
I'm gonna
looks
say
like
that Misty. No, not Misty. I'm gonna say that Pixie climbs up on top of one of the machines and just decides that she is going to scratch the top of it, and it fixes it the rest of the way. Because random. It looks like you've duct taped everything together, but it works perfectly fine.
Well, I am not going to pretend that I understand how Tater Tot works. But somehow he gets the job done. So with that, the tower is radio tower is operational again. Here are the coordinates as agreed upon to the base where we found the vehicle. There is a minefield around that base, so you'll want to be careful with that, and doubly so because there might be more rad scorpions there.
Oh, this is the place you were talking about. Yeah, I've seen people go in there before. don't see people come out of there often, but evidently you did, so the rad scorpions might have calmed down or something. That, or you had some creepy firepower, one of the two.
And we came across a little something extra that you might be interested in. And she will show Blueheart how to tune into the radio station.
Enclave Radio. Well, that is interesting.
Yeah, it's already proved useful. Because if the abandoned base that they mentioned on there is the same one we're going to, then there's a chance there are some Ursa miners and even an Ursa mage there. So at least now we know what we're getting ourselves into.
That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's shown in this chart.
Well, now I know why when I put some people out there, they were scared shitless. I mean, a giant invisible thing possibly bursting through walls probably would scare some shitless.
Perhaps invisible to ones who aren't in tune with the realm of spirits.
40 times. Well,
And
well, there aren't all that many pony shaman. If any, really. So. But considering you proved me wrong with natural born alicorn, I think I'm willing to accept anything at this moment.
True. You don't have to be a zebra to be in tune with the spirit realm. And it is possible for ponies to be taught the way of the spirits.
what?
Well,
Yeah, eventually.
And we got the background going again.
yeah. So, in terms of other things that you all wanted to do, I mean, or that we had agreed to, I will send a few people down there. Give them enough ammunition to defend against any animal or feral ghoul-like threats that you can't really intimidate your way through.
Yeah. And just to give your soldiers a bit of a heads up, we did find an infiltration point that the Enclave was using to sneak into the town. We've set up a little bit of a surprise for them, so if you hear the sound of plasma mines going off in the distance, that probably means that someone came, that a Pegasus came to say hello.
I also heard something about your friend saying there were 2 other power armored Steel Ranger people they saw in town.
Out of character, did I run into those guys, or was that for someone else on their own?
Tater Tot saw one in the strip club and another one when he was leaving, or when he was entering the inn for the first time, and they were leaving.
You haven't spoke to them, but yes, you've seen them wandering around a bit.
I haven't spoken to any of them, but I have seen them around town.
Well, we usually keep to ourselves, and Steel Rangers, some of us our group, heralding from them might not harbor nice feelings towards everyone. And plus, I think that the whole is full of all manner of different creatures, and one reason that most of us split off is just difference in beliefs, but some of us split off because, oh, mutants bad, kill them all, yeah. But there are some of this small battalion here that still are a tiny bit racist, so I'll have to pick and choose carefully on that front. Don't want the town we're defending to end up having us shoot at them because some drunken idiot on our team decides, hey, this is a good idea.
That would be wise indeed. And in the meantime, we have, amongst other things, we have an abandoned base to go and clean out, as well as a group of slavers to deal with to the south.
You all are busy individuals. And you told me about this manufacturer and all his terrible things and whatnot, but you didn't actually tell me about really his big terrible things. Oh, he full napped someone. Okay, that's bad. And he tried to rape you. That is real bad. But you say he's a big threat. You can swap bodies, yes.
He's from what I've been able to gather from him being had loving the sound of his own voice. He's been working to enslave these islands here, and plans to eventually move to Equestria proper.
Now that is probably something you should have said first, though. But yeah, that's bad.
Forgive me. I try and keep the larger picture in mind, but some of those personal things tend to sting a little bit more, and jump to the fore of the mind a lot easier.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't blame you.
Yeah, he basically had the first town we arrived on this island was just completely overrun by him, and were basically became subservient from him out of fear of him and his soldiers.
Well, if he's big time slaver dude, that's gonna be fun to deal with. We haven't been here very long. We hadn't gathered all that much information yet.
Well, once you
arrive.
Once you've built up a bit of a rapport with the whole, they might be able to fill you in, since they know a bit more about him than we do. Since the most we know about him is just from what he's said himself, and I honestly don't know how much of it is truth and how much of it is him just blustering. But I cannot shake the feeling that he is truly a dark presence.
Yes. What about the rest of the party? You all, what are you guys doing? Besides Taratot, who's reading in the park.
much.
Trying to stay awake, honestly.
Well, it is nearing around. We're getting to where we usually stop at, but we still have a while longer. So,
Barry and Blueheart will finish their conversations. She'll bid him adieu and go and join the rest of the party.
all right.
Considering how it seems like a lot, some of the people here are starting to get a little bit tired, it might be a good idea to just wrap it up here, because this is probably a good stopping point.
That's what I was thinking. So, I hope you all enjoyed today's session. And you all should probably finally be leaving the hole next time.
Yep, we've got that abandoned base to check out, and we still have one more mission from the hole to take care of, which is those slavers to the south. So, once we rejoin, we can have the discussion with the group which spot we go to first.
Alright, let me think. Well, did you do this session? You did a bit of role playing and everything. What is everyone currently at? XP wise. Just so I have for math sake.
Should be at 31,355. And we need 36,000 to level.
And there was also a bit that was assigned over just very recently.
I thought we were when I joined we were halfway to level 9 or something. I'm confused about the XP now again.
Yeah, because earlier in general, Pepsi just dropped 480 per experience per person.
Unless I hit the wrong key and gave myself less experience.
He started off saying 400 and then goofed and upped it to 480. The experience I'm currently sitting at is at 32,355.
I am also sitting at that.
Okay, so I just hit a wrong key somewhere is what happened.
Wasn't it supposed to be halfway to level 9?
That is at 54.44% of what we need for level 9.
That's where we're at right now.
No, I mean, like, that was almost that was about a month ago.
Yep.
I may have mistyped my. No.
I was saying, this is the first time I've seen XP get awarded.
Yeah, he hasn't. That was the first time he's awarding since before the military base. We didn't get any for the Rad Scorpions in there, or for the turrets, or really anything past that.
Wait, I didn't get XP for that? I felt like I gave you XP for that.
No, we
This
passed
is the first
several
time.
times.
As far as I've known, in the past month,
So it seems. Let's wrap up the stream first, and then we can iron out experience.
Alright.
Alright, so to everyone watching, thank you so much for joining. Thank you to Fiora for breaking me with that raid, and all of the new followers that joined up. I mean, holy cow! Thank you. And another one right as at the gate. Thank you, Rurat, for following. And if I'm reading this right, holy shit, that means I've just hit 50 followers. Well, this has been quite the night for the stream. So, barring more technical issues or Mother Nature making things troublesome again, we should be back at the same time next week, 7 p.m. Central on Monday, for another round of Fallout Equestria Distant Lands. I hope you all had fun, and until next time, take care. Bye!
Bye-bye.